That's good. I'm just gonna leave it on to where it can be heard. I don't care. So, like as soon as I back out of the thing to basically show it off, I instantly a comment comes up and says that I basically just get to see someone dressed up as a bunny girl. Oh, well, I did not want to attack you. Yeah. I literally put on the video saying the truth. My first actual PSO2 farming day on fucking this game so far since I got the game. Since I got a PS5, definitely. I've never actually farmed. I mean, you have never officially farmed on PSO2 today, Aiden. Yeah. Oops. Said you. No. You should sue me for accidentally. You should sue me just for accidentally saying your name right there. I'm not that good. Even more fun. The more funny part would be though is, like I said, all three of us more or less are here for the first time ever on a PSO2 day, which is funny. And yeah, I'm not sure how well you're doing butthead with your freaking Xbox, but long run I wouldn't really say like yeah the bullshit's getting annoying having it all in my face basically, but I really ain't getting like lag constantly. Like I'm able to I can get damage and stuff like that on the target and crap. I'm not sure if like I can't get really complaining like that much, but like I'm not getting no lag when that happens. Why did you just go to my video just to watch it? Cinco? Yep. I just got a random then. Sorry if you end up typing. I did not have comments turned on right now. I don't know how to even do that with the PS5 anyways. I think I'd have to pause it, which guaranteed buttheads in here, especially players that's been playing this game, would probably block my ass in a heartbeat if I were to fucking sit around long enough to try reading comments. Because the only people that know I'm literally making a video right now are people that I'm actually in the mic with. AKA Super Cinco or Super Cinco and Emoji Tim too. To be honest, I really was kind of expecting this to be worse than what it is. Even with me uploading on YouTube, I was expecting this to get a little bit worse. It isn't. Because I got real good internet. Yeah, but like I said, since I actually put on YouTube off where I'm actually recording right now, I'm expecting to get worse. I'm expecting this to get at least slightly worse or something. It's not worse at all. I'm pretty sure that was you that joined, wasn't it, butthead? That it was. Good, you think I know my freaking nephew too well. I know that's 100% him that joined it. It's kind of sad because you do realize one thing that's even worse, boy. You're like the only person who technically does watch my videos by this stage, which is even more ironic. You're in a day one. Yeah, that's okay. That's the sad part about YouTube is because unless you're really a big channel, or you've been basically doing games that people are caring about, like, I don't really think fans are people really care about seeing videos on. Makes sense. He would not. Oh, there's the T. I lost where the T was for a second. Oh, that's kind of cool. Thanks, boy. Guess what it actually does? Guess what it actually does? Yep. Thank you. I was actually curious of like how PS5 actually handled it. I've never had anyone comment on my video, so I didn't know like how PS5 handled it. I thought I would actually had to go through like a special menu. Thank you. Yep. Thank you, bud. No. It's just that stuff is disabled when you're actually on a video. Nice. What do you mean 25 XP? Well, like your YouTube channel going up by 25 XP. Yep. Interesting. Wonder it's YouTube's way of basically just showing like who's actually on more often and who's not. Oh, so that was not you being the first person to actually join. Actually, another thing about it, are you even hearing yourself when you talk? Not surprising. You might have yourself turned off when other people are making videos single. No, you just go. No, you just go to Just go to the party center and there should be like a spot where you can switch it. Don't be careful about typing right now, considering you're literally playing the game and you know people will fucking blacklist your ass and heartbeat your AFK for longer than 2 seconds. Good point. I'm just saying, I don't want to see your freaking butt get randomly blacklisted by some fucking asshole for being AFK for like 2 seconds. You're just having fun. You jerk. Nope, you're standing. Seagull's dead. Cat, orange whisker, cat, orange whisker, cat, orange whisker. I just ran a yeah. No. So it doesn't technically give me everything. It just gives me like what PlayStation would basically consider it as. Not a knife, fine with me. Face, something poo shape. By hell. What was that one? Like poo. Randomly some type of crazy shit? I'm not surprised. Good Lord, nephew. But then I had an actual video camera. I'd probably would turn it towards his butt right now. Probably. The only problem would be is just one thing. How would you get it attached to my stream when I basically just record through PlayStation? And plus, if you somehow got a PC or something, you would be able to indent my video. If we could figure out how to do it to where I could somehow send the videos to you, you could figure out how to indent the videos to where I just send them. Like if we got single and you could just basically put a PMG of single on the screen, like us just doing random, like a random character just doing something random on the screen all the time. Hey guys, I'm here. Hey guys, I'm here. What up? What I miss? Yep. Makes sense. Okay, game. I don't remember dying like 2 seconds ago, but okay. I literally just got a message that said someone to revive me. The sad part is for this game being laggy, I definitely don't hear my system like roaring like it was doing with Phantasy Star. I mean, not Phantasy Star, but when I was playing Dragon's Dogma way back in the day. I don't know. You can just watch my video and tell me later. Yeah, but you can just watch the video later to see what it says. I'm not sure if I better to put it on share screen if it would literally let you see it. That's so funny. That's one thing I start putting a question about. Should eventually just say screw it and sign up for it, since I do randomly do videos out of the blue. Probably. The only problem is like you already stated, you probably can barely even hear me. Like I probably sound muffled or some random crap. What do you mean it's early enough? True. True. But I literally went back and watched like some of my older videos on Oniri, and I was like completely down low. Like you struggle and even hear myself when I watch some of those other videos. True. The problem is I doubt if I did make Twitch and the people started complaining about me using my mic, I would just done one thing. I don't live in a rich family. Sorry, can't really upgrade. I don't really have enough money to go out and go turn around and upgrade in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'd still. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, my other problem would be, in my personal opinion, is wherever I place the mic, I'd probably end up blocking it multiple flipping times. Because I could see myself blocking it without even question. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sitting right up in the front of my couch playing, so it's not like I'm going to be able to set up a whole gaming thing set up in like a room or something, unless, like, much as I otherwise into my game on my dies. That would be the way I could technically do something crazy. And that's about it. Even had the money by then. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Like, trying to set up more or less like a room that would be like a gaming room or whatever. Like, it'd be a pain in the ass to try doing, even if it's not expensive, just because I wouldn't really have the. Once me more or less passes, I'm not going to have extra money to basically splurge. All my money's going to be going to food and just trying to probably keep the house. I'd be surprised if I even have money to have internet. Unless they randomly decided to jump the price I get, which I highly doubt. I doubt it'd be jumped that much. Like, I'd basically turn around and be like, okay, I'm going to choose to keep this, or I'm going to choose to say screw it and not keep something. So basically take my pick. Do I choose to care about trying to make videos on YouTube or whatever, or Twitch by that stage, or do I just say screw it and care about trying to make sure that I live instead of caring about trying to have internet? Unless we only a bit after you left. I can say talking to him is a bit more enjoyable than I believe stated before talking to Urza. At the time, I feel like I just want to go at Urza though and I'm on the mic with him. Don't blame you. I think I debate on doing the same. Like, that's almost like, that's the whole thing. Like, I even brought up the Xenoverse thing to him, and he's like, "Oh well, I could see Rabbit's reasons for not wanting to play the game." It's like, dude, I literally more or less gave him $50 to get this stupid game, and he couldn't even fucking pay for one DLC. Like, I get no one's gonna like every game, but come on, a buddy of yours paid for you to have the game. Then at the best case scenario, you could quote unquote turn around and basically be like, okay, fine, I'll buy a DLC or something. Mm-hmm. Which I did for his ass, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like the whole, like I even brought up to him, I'm like, he wanted me to buy the game grounded. I bought it, and what we do, play it once. Mm-hmm. Even Rabbit himself didn't even want to get back on the game because he's scared of the spiders. Like, dude, I thought you knew what was in the game. You're scared of freaking spiders, but you want to play horror games. But I find a horror map on Minecraft. Sorry to say it, I know it ain't truly scary on Minecraft, but come on now, this is a horror map, and yet I can't play it. It's too dark. Then out. Cinco, let me actually tell you, since my nephew just brought that up, let me tell you about that one. Me and him were playing a horror map on Fortnite, to where there's supposed to be a random ass character, like a schoolgirl. It's supposed to be like a Japanese folklore type story, where she basically got like killed or something randomly like that. Instead of Rabbit basically being a male type person, he's more on the side and behind me. I was literally messing around because heck, I didn't know how well they could reprogram it, so I was like, fuck it, yelling, actually saying on the mic, hello, anyone here? Anyone want to come out? Anyone want to play? We ended up eventually realizing that the thing was stuck to the 3rd floor, because that's where the person basically forced to be. And Rabbit's still sneaking around, and I'm walking around on the map like, dude, this ain't even freaking scary, my guy. You're the one that's supposed to be more of a horror fan, and I'm the one that I've never actually cared about being on horror, and yet you're sitting there scared. And it's just sad in my own personal opinion. Like seriously, you're supposed to be the horror fan, but yet I'm sitting here basically being a Bray type person, and he wants to watch the horror stuff. Oh, imagine if you were to walk into a hotel that's haunted. Ooh, wow. Let me walk into that hotel and tell all the fucking ghosts, go fuck themselves. What the worst case scenario than do to me? Try to touch me? In a heartbeat. And if you're not unlikely God, if you don't know God, go the fuck away. Goodbye. Peace. See ya. You can't do shit, you stupid piece of dog shit. People have even made videos on that shit. Say the word. If you cannot touch me for under God's will, then you are trash and you're weaker than him. Well, it looks like the Alliance is about to do one of the UQs. Is there something over an 8-man? Yep. There's your guy, the second boss. That's almost the sad part. Like, even... Like, I know the Claire game that I basically grabbed up ain't that scary of a game, but it's like... Even Rabbit acted more scared in that game than I did, and I'm just walking around normally. I find games stupid like that. More or less. Which is completely sad in the long run. Like, you just got scared of every little thing. That's almost the problem why I hate the whole... I'm sorry to say this, and I don't care if my freaking shit... I don't care if the video that I have uploading right now, literally, I lose it somehow out the blue. I hate saying it like this, but I mean it under letter. I don't really care, and it's the reason why I don't care when people want to try to act like you're gay or whatever. Because that's just a state of mind. As far as I'm concerned, in a horror game, Rabbit is acting more like a girl than a male. Oh my god, guys, I'm so scared. This random thing could kill me like my life is actually this game. Please save me. Please let me go. I don't really care. Even if I did, I still wouldn't care. That's the sad part. You can make the argument saying I should care, but in the long run, I don't really care after a while. What's the worst case scenario? I lose my YouTube? Woohoo! I'm not making money from it anyways in the first place. So good try, you. So even if, like, one of the supervisors at YouTube were to actually be watching this video later on, woohoo! Go ahead, take it off. Woohoo! I'm not making money from it, morons. You'd be wasting your time. Even if I was bigger, I still wouldn't want to... I tell people in a heartbeat, hey, you didn't try to fucking give me money? Get off the fucking channel. I don't want money. Never did. Never started it in the first place for fucking money. I started it for other reasons. started making YouTube in the first place. They quote unquote tried to show more people stupid ass onigiri. To try hopefully keeping more people away from the damn game at the choosing zone. Any video other than that, I'm basically just doing it for the fun of it. Who cares? Does sync up? Sync up. If you had it to where you could be heard right now, I could care less what you say. I don't care. I do not physically care. If I'm meant to have a YouTube channel and it's meant to stay around for forever, then God himself would basically have my channel stick around. If YouTube wanted to basically blacklist this channel right now, they can go right ahead. It ain't gonna make a difference. Regardless of what you say, I say, whoever says. I'm not a big enough First and foremost, I can tell you that. I'll tell you this right now. I'll tell you this right now. The ones who basically are able to have a big channel are definitely the guys who's already pity partied them their way up there. They got mommy or daddy say help them out a lot. They already had people helping them out. Mark, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm basically just gonna use these guys' names as just an example. But Markiplier, I'm sorry to say it, dude. You basically know you're basically in the right to do whatever the fuck you want to do because you already got a lot of money, and if someone tried to sue you, you'd be able to pay them off, just like PewDiePie. PewDiePie's able to fucking make up bullshit reasons for someone wanting to kill a fucking school and getting out with a fucking slap on the hand. Fuck that shit. Well, first and foremost, let me say it this way. At one point, Jacksepticeye literally made a video on a game that's supposed to be a horror map. Like a horror type game. They had a point to where you had to like go and physically mess with like some random ass dead person. Jacksepticeye's video guide didn't get touched once. They had a friend. He had a friend. I'm sorry to say that I don't know the dude's name. I never cared about bothering to learn the dude's name. And I'm not trying to say this as being racist, but the guy was also a black guy. Not saying that has any matter of fact. But that dude's channel, because he's not as big as Jacksepticeye, and even Jacksepticeye himself brought this up. His buddy's not as big as him, and yet for whatever reason, Jacksepticeye's video was approved. But YouTube decided to say, oh, no, you can't show that. That's too graphic. Even Jacksepticeye brought it in saying, how is his version of the video too graphic, showing the same exact thing I showed off? Jacksepticeye even brought up the argument saying, am I basically being specially treated on YouTube because I'm a bigger channel? They're still doing it. They're still doing it though. There's a lot of people. YouTube's. Like literally even called for an uprising stated. How's PewDiePie literally having so much bad shit on his ass, but yet he still promoted more better than every other YouTuber at that current stage? The dude had like news talk about a guy that was subscribed to him that followed his logic because he said, hey, we should bomb schools at one time if the people in that school doesn't want to listen to us. The dude did that, but yet he didn't get in trouble for it. But if you go out your way and watch other channels, smaller channels, oh well, if I post, just like Yoko wanted to say about fucking call for an uprising, oh, it sounds like that dude should get in trouble because he is promoting it because he called his channel that. No, he shouldn't be, because he's not. It says right on his channel, hey, I'm not trying to include violence. I don't want people to go out there and fucking start shooting schools up. Weird for a guy who's physically saying the opposite, even though he's called his channel that, and he's using the opposite effect. Not PewDiePie, who had no problems with you going into a school and shooting the shit out of it. He got a slap on his hand, and then all he had to do is just say, I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean him to do that. Then don't talk about the type of shit. Easy put. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be a dick to Penguin Z. What am I about to say? But even like one video I was watching about him where he's like, oh, my dad called. My dad called and said he's sick and tired of all the shit I'm posting of women crying that Trump basically won the election. It's like, dude, you're promoting the shit. You're basically no worse. You're no worse or no better than any people who's actually talking about the same shit. You're basically saying you don't mind hearing a woman cry and whine, and you're basically acting like it's making you millions of dollars by that stage. He's promoting the same shit. Just like how one of his newest videos I found, he's like, this guy hates me. And he can hate me all he wants, but I don't care. It's like, okay, first and foremost, you want to probably hate you. You aren't fucking constantly fucking hating him, attacking him. Give him a break. If the dude stops attacking you, stop attacking him. Easily put. A YouTuber does not need to attack the same fucking person to their death. If he's not attacking you, then don't attack him. And second and foremost, if a lot of you guys are attacking you and you're a YouTuber, I'm sorry to say it, common sense is common sense. Same thing goes on in fucking Hollywood. A newer guy would attack the older guy because it's one of the easiest ways of getting power. Even I know that. I don't want to. I don't physically want to basically make a YouTube channel like this, but I know 100% if I were to make videos where I basically talk shit about Markiplier, it would gain me popularity. It's bullshit in the long run if you think about it, but it does work. It's proven to work. Make fun of another YouTuber, you will get money. You will get more money because you're pulling those exact fans of that YouTuber to you. Sad part is when you find the people who get attacked by him want to cry. Should be told, I'm sorry to say, but that's one of the reasons why I told you, like, hey, even when I found that one dude who was basically able to mimic Goku's voice completely, and Sheen was getting pissed off. Sheen should know people didn't do that shit. If they have the ability to, he's going to be attacked by people who can do his voice pretty good. It's an easy way of making money. Goku's voice ain't that difficult. I'm not sure how old I am. I wouldn't be able to do his voice perfectly, but fuck. Younger me probably could have done his voice alright. Younger you could have done his voice pretty good. At this stage, you probably could do Ben 10's voice if you really wanted to, in a way, can't you, Aiden? Yeah, but I'm saying you probably could get close to, like, there's probably a voice out there that you heard a voice actor do where you could probably almost get close to it. Or at least feel like you could do. But again, that's another thing I think is kind of funny. If PC's so good in the long run, then why the hell is a lot of this worse shit coming from them always? PC? No, I'm not talking that way. What I mean by that more is like the whole, like you got basically where you got people who can where you got AI that can copy your voice. How did that first come into play? I'm sorry to say, console does not allow you to do that, last I checked. PC again. Fucking random digital art made by AI. Well, damn, I wish I could do that on console. That would be kind of fun. Can't be done on console. PC! You're guilty again. Yep. Not surprising. Yep. Makes sense. Yeah. Which is ironic because people are able to sell AI as if it's theirs. Mm-hmm. Yep. You should be able to, in my personal opinion. The sad part is you should be able to get, like, it's not just a corporation. You should be able to get a lot of shit in trouble because they're using that shit by this stage. In my opinion, you should not be using it. If there's physical people who learn how to draw, you shouldn't be able to use something that's not physically drawn by someone. It's a work. It's a job. Okay, so if we can make AI art, then what's that? Then hey, you know, fuck it. Why go watch character? Why go watch Dragon Ball Z when your character animated it? Let's go watch Dragon Ball F or Dragon Ball A or whatever you want to call it. Dragon Ball Fake, basically, which would be, in my opinion, what the F would stand for, because I'm using AI art to basically make the episodes. Yeah, true. Like, what would be the point of watching the original Dragon Ball series if someone were to be able to just do that? You're not going to need to watch the series, because why? I can just make an episode where, hey guys, what am I doing finding out Goku fight Frieza? Wow, what do you know? My version is better because I used AI to make it. I had to teach the AI to basically know what to fully do, or copy a character I'm a constant. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Yep. Like, I'm sorry to say it like this, but did you see the new one of the episodes that Grace Still Played made, where he said, "Hey, someone made me on ChatGPT, and I'm gonna go out my way to ask him how should I make a plane now on a random plane on a game that basically allows you to make any type of plane and it will fly no matter what." You know, that sounds like a great idea. We should make a plane out of a circle. Okay. You know what sounds like a great idea? Making a plane out of, you know what, out of the male's genital. You know, that sounds like a great idea. We should do with that. I can think of a million reasons why that would work perfectly fine, really. Hey, let's make a plane out of a sword. You know, that sounds like a great idea. We should do that. You should do that. That sounds like a great idea. Hey, AI, can you call anything not a great idea? That's a great idea. We should make that a great idea, too. That sounds so perfect. That's the one thing I can say that you can easily tell when it's made by AI. It sounds great for everything. It says that word for every line. I'm still on the Alliance chat menu. I've been just watching their chat the whole time. That chat the whole time. I'm not dealing with the random bullshit that's in here most of the time. Like, I only get it when we get a T and then it all goes completely away. Like, I really hate to say it like that, but that's... Yeah. Oh, don't blame him, because he's trying the rappy things once. It's giving us a high chance of getting Alpha Reactors, Beta Reactors, I guess. Like, this is definitely not surprising. So there's one question you'd actually had to ask them. Did they ever truly get off the game and sleep? Or have they been on the game 24/7? Don't blame them. I'd be surprised if we don't have probably someone AFK right now. Jeez, I wonder. Jeez, I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry to say it like this, but here's one for you. Remember how Rabbit told me about Tiny Task with the house game? How Rabbit said that the PC players have this thing called Tiny Task. I wonder how hard it would be for them to actually have Tiny Task doing all this grinding for them. Not surprised. Like I seriously mean that down to the letter. Like, I wonder if any PC players can make Tiny Task do all this running for them. Yep. But wow, so he wasn't even playing the fucking game that he was playing. He was gonna play the game. He just cheated. I'm sorry, but if there's ever records of like how fast you can quote unquote do something in a game, can we please make it to where Can we please make it to where PC players are not allowed to participate in that stuff? And I mean that down to the letter. Can we make sure that PC players are not allowed to participate in something like that? Like how fast you can get a special item or something, so they can't use Tiny Tasks to their advantage. And if they are using that shit, it's available to everyone. I literally mean that, and you can't tell me otherwise. Like, can we please, if we ever have records or something like that for games anymore, can we please have that as a rule that it has to be on a console, so it's actually fair to everyone? Yeah, you should be able to, with how that stupid shit is. Guaranteed there'd be a way of doing it somehow. Yeah, but I guarantee there's another version of a task that they could technically download, which would allow them to do like a longer task like situation. Yeah. Yeah, but like I've already found a video of a dude saying once, and I know it costs a lot of money, but the dude was basically saying, hey, can I make an AI more or less beat Mario 100%? Like, can I teach an AI how to beat Mario 100% by itself? Like, you can't tell me, yeah, but you get what I mean. Like, you can't tell me PC players can't connect something to their game to where they'd be able to tell that to basically play for them. Yep. But I'm just saying, like, even when it came down to like the games, like where you get like shit like where they're doing it for charity, like games done quick and crap. There's a dude that was supposed to be one of the goodest Halo players. He liked everyone saying, I'm the best Halo player, because he basically could beat the game using all cheats. And yet, once they got him onto the official thing, what was the dude basically just doing? Dying on every map, and he was like, guys, I'm gonna have to lower the difficulty because I can't. My strategy won't work here. Your strategy ain't working because you never actually played the official game itself. You always had your hacks. You always had your mods. You always had your BS. It's like, here's the funny part. We met the one dude, one of the one dudes who plays fucking The Sims. He went out his way and he uploaded a video where he's playing the game on console. That's what he literally says the whole entire time he's playing the game. Man, I can't believe how bad this is for consoles. This is so fucking retardedly dumb and retarded. And you know, consoles should have their own version of The Sims. Oh yeah, sure. Let us all on console have 50 different versions of a game that you guys are playing where you guys are like, hey, look at the 50 new things we just got added. And then you go and buy the game for the console and it's like, oh wow, look at this. My game's like 50 years old and I'm still dealing with like the same shit that's been in the game for fucking ever, and we're complaining because the game has to be uploaded for console and made sure that it works good for console, but yet the Sims 1 was completely a whole different game than it was for Sims 1 for PC. Sims 2 was completely different from PC. Sims 2, fuck, Sims 3, damn, Sims 3 is actually allowed on console where you can actually physically walk around like you do in most games. Not PC. Nope. Damn, I wonder if I ever want to re-download the Sims 3, if I were to ever go for an older console again, so that way I could walk around and not ever have half the DLC like fairies and shit like this, which I now have in Sims 4. That really makes sense for EA. Let's on purposely nerf the fucking console version so the console players can get pissed off at us again. Hey, you know. Hey, let me find a way of talking to Sega and basically talking to them about Phantasy Star. Hey, Sega, do you guys mind upgrading Phantasy Star to where you guys give console a little bit more detail? Because it's so ridiculous how console's always the one that gets the double-edged sword when we have to pay $50 for you guys' new games, while a PC player basically can get your game half off 90% of the time and they never pay full price for you guys' games. Wow. Hey, Ed Boon, have you ever thought about maybe making Mortal Kombat personally for console again? So that way you get more money? And then telling the people to go fuck themselves when they complain about like some of your Mortal Kombat games where you would have like Kratos in fucking PlayStation 4 version. And then on the Xbox version you got fucking Halo or something. Or like the real old games where they would throw like Nintendo would get Link and then like fucking the other two consoles would get like Spawn or something. It would be kind of cool if you were to actually get the other variants of that. Oh wait, PC players would just complain. Because they got no special character of their own. I wonder why. They don't got their own unique character. Oh, Sega used to have Sonic. PlayStation used to have Banjo-Kazooie, as far as I'm concerned. What? Yeah, him too. What Microsoft have? Unless I'm mistaken, they may as well have Conqueror's Bad Fur Day by this stage. What's PC have? Nothing. Oh wait, they got one thing. We got Sonic, guys, because we're better than you guys. We got also Spyro, because we're better than you guys. We got all that shit, because we don't have identity. We're the identity thieves. We play on PC. We're identity thieves. Potentially. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Like at least you can make the argument saying Microsoft did have one at one point. What's PCs? Everyone's. They're the identity thieves of consoles. Sorry to say it. No. Well, let me remind me about that. Yep. Thank you for bringing that up, because guess what? I hope someone watches this video at this current stage, because I'm going to actually give the true proof of Microsoft giving away their quote-unquote shit to a PlayStation. It's smart. Because you can think about it, PC's been doing it since day fucking one. What's the difference? Anyone who wants to say otherwise, you're fucking retarded. Well, like I've already stated, look what it more or less just affects. It just affects, hey, PlayStation players, can you play Minecraft? No. Hey, PC players, can you play Minecraft? Yeah, you already know we can, because we just do it anyways. So, hey, Microsoft, are you really wanting to literally just give away measly some extra money because you guys ain't giving it to PlayStation? Or do you guys want to actually be smart and just say, fuck it, PC's stealing it anyways, so just make it available for all systems? Weird. Yeah. Is it? Well, my opinion would be this. Exclusives do technically work to a point, because it does help out the game company a small bit, but the problem is when you look at it from the full point of view. Okay, so if an exclusive came out for Xbox, you guys get it, plus if I was on PC, I could buy it. What's the difference of it being exclusive? I can still get it on PC. Oh, PlayStation releases exclusive, I get it on PC. The problem is when that exclusive is basically available on there. If it's purely PlayStation only or purely Microsoft only, then it's a different story. If PC players can't touch it, then that's where it actually works. Yep. Yep. There. Yeah, they don't deserve it, in my personal opinion. It was not for them. Yep. My personal opinion, and I'm not trying to blame no one in particularly, my personal opinion, I'd had to blame that on one company. And not blaming it on the people who made the game. Because first and foremost, when you make a game, if they were to turn around and make it for Microsoft, they only got to make it available for what, 2 systems by this stage? Maybe 3? What do they got to make it for a PC? 50 fucking systems? No! And I mean that down the letter. You don't need... A game shouldn't need to be made for like 50 different windows. By this stage, half those older people should have to upgrade their windows. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Took long enough. Yeah. Yep. What's slow play saying about it though? It's not as good as Quantum. I thought you said you watched his video. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't show one thing off. Hey guys, look at how much better my PC version of Goku is compared to a fucking console version of Goku. that's another thing that I just think is stupid. That's another thing, I'm sorry to say it, and I don't care how many PC players would bitch at me. Mods are fucking stupid. If you guys are showing off a mod as if it's a new part of the game, and it makes me want to fucking re-download a fucking game, whose fault should be paying for that problem? Not the con, not whoever basically is game I just downloaded. You guys should be paying for that. Dragon's Dogma 2, I keep seeing on YouTube. Hey guys, look, we got a new update of a new class being added to the game. Oh wait, mod. I already told you myself, and I'm not even joking. I'm not going back at it. I'm not going back on that damn video at all to basically to remove my fucking block on this video. I think that is bullshit of him putting it on there, not saying it's a mod. I don't care. I should not have to re-download a fucking thing, download a game just to check to see, like, oh wow, this guy actually sounds like it's coming from official Capcom itself. It must be an actual part of the game. Oh wait, it's a mod. Go fuck yourself. Like, I'm sorry. Like, sure, I know you can basically make the argument saying, well, you're the idiot for downloading the game. Well, I'm also the person who's watching him, because he's supposed to be a dude who's saying, hey, I'm going to keep you informed if any update comes out. Yeah, congratulations, you have made sure that the game is staying alive. Oh, wait, no, you didn't. You, quote-unquote, made me not really want to ever download the game again, because I can't trust the information no more. At least the other dude who basically you tried to start a war with, at least is telling me the truth, saying, hey, Dragon's Dogma, I got no new DLC. Not you. Hey, guys, look at the new Katana character that we made. That clearly fights like Dante, which is made by Capcom, so it could be realistically possible of seeing. But but it doesn't matter. It's made by I'm sorry to say it, sure, you could make the argument saying, sure, you should know that's fake. Not really. It's made by Capcom. They'd be allowed to use the tactic. Capcom could technically use Dante in the game without problems. They own the copyright. Just like fucking Goku. Just like the fucking Yeah, but it's still created by Bandai, though. It's still the same company. Yeah, but it's still the idea that at least they can talk to the creators of SAO and basically ask them, like, hey, would you mind if we throw SAO characters in this game? Yeah. Yeah, at least that's one nice thing you can give to us on console more. We want to search the internet, we go on our phones. They want to search the internet, they just use the same thing they play on. Yeah. Yep. Same. Considering that'd be the I don't think I've seen it yet. I've seen the character, I haven't seen the face. Oh yeah, I've seen that character. I've been seeing them, I've already seen their face like 5 times. I thought you were talking about like someone else. But oh wow, so you're talking about the black rappy over there. What's your problem with it? No way. I already told you. I feel like the bow... Ironically, I feel like the bow is doing more damage. Motherfucker. It's almost ironic. I just want to go to... I want to watch all chat just to see the crazy shit that they're actually typing. No, I wouldn't more unless it made me switch because I just found the one comment kind of funny. God, are you guys serious? This is our player base? Wow, I don't see play. I don't see, Might be. Try harder next time. They just died. I also saw a single die at the same time. I like killing someone, please. Not surprised. The sad part is I don't care how anyone wants to complain because of one reason. Not everyone plays the game religiously for starters, so you're gonna get people who's gonna get weaker. Second and foremost, it's hard to say this. I really don't. No, I'm just meaning like in the long run. Like I don't care how many people want to complain, like how bad a player is or whatever. I'm sorry to say it. No one's playing the game religiously. The only ones are doing that are whales. Yeah. I don't feel like they're actually typing though. I feel like that, like you said, it's all auto chat. There goes nothing. Sparking blast. Blastoise. Yeah. I knew they were typing earlier. I was still seeing their types. I'm just saying overall, like, I just think it's kind of sad. Like, it's hard to say it. Yeah, I know Onigiri's not the best at the game, but I would give Onigiri at least some props for one thing. At least you don't have auto fucking chat up your ass like every 5 minutes. These guys really had to go out their way to type auto chat just because they're that lazy to type. Man, I would be the sad part is you don't realize the even more funny part. I'd be expecting us on call. I'd be expecting both you and me on console to basically be using the auto chat more than PC players, because they can type way faster than us. That's one of the advantages of being on PC. Probably. Would you really say that's surprising in your own personal opinion when you know 100% that people are completely, like, there are weird people? Like even like possibly. But you could also make the argument though, is like, why would you agree to something like that? In my own personal opinion, like, why would you agree to like a dare that you gotta fucking do something stupid like that with? That was my personal opinion. Yeah, kind of neat, because we don't have to leave with the song. I like how every time when I go AFK to try to sell shit, people stand right beside me like, I wonder if this guy is AFK for like 20 minutes. And there you just go AFK for fucking this out shit. Nothing fucking more, you dickwads. No, other people are moving around. Yeah, but this is that. I'm only saying, okay, just to basically use water and then get going again. Sell the items. What? Ouch. No, he accidentally moved his joystick. Oh well. Like, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest thing that comes down to it is... I picked up one earlier, but there's only one problem. I literally allowed it to go away. Yeah, but like I said, I grabbed one earlier and I was just like, fuck it, don't really see the point to keep it. Or you bought the armor pieces. Yeah, so we know we don't have to leave for the council ball. That's awful. I didn't even realize it until you said something. Not to lie, one of the things I would say with that question, I do kind of hit about the ball. If the boss ain't really aggro to me, I really don't have to move that much. I can just kind of just stand around most of the time. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to say like I'm being lazy, trying to be lazy. It's just the whole thing. Like, I don't really have to move that much to keep consistent damage on the ball, on whatever I'm attacking. I mean, Can't believe you bring food. Hey, by the way, did you actually leave my video already? That's right. I believe one random person watching me right now. They're really kind of sad in my own opinion. I mean, kind of sad in my personal opinion. They're not really like type. There still is someone here, still watching. It's kind of sad that they're not willing to type or not. What's wrong? Yeah. Truth be told, they might be just sitting back playing the video while they're basically finding themselves or like doing homework or something. I know some people do that shit. That'd be almost kind of funny, actually, hearing someone say that on an official video. What you just said. Yeah, right now you're even seeing like not on the screen at all. Good luck. Means you would never tell. Possibly. Like I have light. It's not like I got like one of those light cameras or whatever they're called, where it actually shows me. you really think me about letting me run it? Should probably be too scared of the random shit. Yeah, my nephew thinking otherwise. You ever thought he was talking about like actually buying some real breast? Oh my good lord! I swear, I gotta say this is just ironic, but none of this is scripted at all. This is not scripted at all. We're just ourselves. Sure you don't. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying, like, we're not being, like, actually finding a script or nothing. Like, this is just us normal. That's the sad part. Yeah, but if I'm being completely honest, I'm sorry, but I'd rather be quote unquote not scripted. I'd rather just be myself if I'm making videos. Fuck being like fucking following like a certain thing. Like, hey guys, we didn't talk about this at a certain time, or we didn't talk about this at a certain time. Or fuck that shit. I think that's retarded. Yeah, but to me, it's way more better having like a random thing like that just kind of out of blue out of nowheres, instead of like being like, hey, you know, we all know that this joke is gonna come, so it makes it less funny. It's more better to get my personal opinion. It's way better when you know the person's actually hearing like the joke for the first time, not getting. Yeah, I figured that already. But like I was saying though, boy, ain't it more of a doesn't it make the joke a bit better overall because we don't really already know like that, like we didn't already talk about having that come up eventually. Of course, you had that coming up sooner or later. Hey, by the way, Mario, where's Luigi? Oh, then where the hell is Pizza? Mm-hmm. Not surprised. Yeah, doesn't it make sense? Don't it make sense considering like a lot of people have made the joke of saying like, how is Peach, Bowser, and fucking Mario really enemies when you make a new Mario Party game and all of a sudden there's fucking Bowser being invited for the 50th time? Nope. Well, if you think about it, you know, one thing they could have done just for the funny, just to basically make it. It probably was an easier way, basically just throwing like trying to make so that way if they ever wanted to make more shit on like another game on Peach herself, they don't have to necessarily make her as the quote unquote stupid, weak, damsel in distress type of character anymore. Potentially. What the hell? Sorry, you're already doing that. What's page 8 then? Repeat all the above. When's it gonna be? When's it gonna be the repeat all of the above? Hey Cinco, you can easily tell that he's not actually reading through it, but reading through a notebook right now, considering he basically backtracked on it like 3 times already. How'd you already get to page 13? I haven't heard you say page 9 or page 10 yet. You dunderhead. Knowing you, yes. Roger this right there. Yeah, they do. It's not much the sad part is like, I like how they're quote unquote trying to make the internet harder for people, but yet you got shit like that American but Dad and Family Guy and shit where it's basically doing fucking shit worse than the little kids ever can find on the car on fucking internet most of the time. Oh man, shit. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, Robot Chicken's also a little bit funnier because they're actually not trying to be using real life characters with the concept. They're doing like what Mortal Kombat did at original. Nah. Jeez, I know you remember like the Dragon Ball special one they made where they made it around Christmas. Oh, my Dragon Balls! Physical attack number 32! Anyway, right, fellas? Or right, fellas? Whatever, however they have Santa Claus say it at the end. Anime, right? Just having fucking Goku and Gohan charge up for like 50 minutes. Yep. Yep. request is true, you'll get me chunky cheese pizza if I don't die. What the fuck? But I just read off. Oh, we got these. We got the D's fast this time. No. Blah. What type of tea is it? What type of tea is this? Possibly. You gotta remember, there are some you gotta remember, there has been a few like YouTubers, and they've been people actually comment on their videos. Like even Markiplier's gotten a few of them where people say like, "Hey, I basically just play your video in the background while I do something." That's even say. Like that's the sad part. You do realize that? Not yet. Not surprised. It's hard to say, but I kind of wish they'd do one thing again. I kind of wish they'd go back to fighting their 388 clones again. Maybe some people complain about that the mod moves are kind of dumb. Yep. Yep. So I would be expecting the quote-unquote Daima coup to be basically the one that sticks around. I think it would have been better if it... What? Yep. Kind of dumb. In my own personal opinion, I think it would have been better over one thing only. If Levi actually used the Diamond 4 Goku, when basically got, and more or less did the whole, like, what Xenoverse basically has a joke of, where you got, like, a lot of points where it's like, hey, we're Super Saiyan 3 now. I wonder if we can beat Lord Beerus now. I think it'd been kind of cool if they would have been able to somehow program it into where it's like, you got the red, you got the green, and then you got the blue, which would be the player. But Beerus wouldn't be on their team, where Beerus would be pissed off at all of them. And you basically have Daimaku, who would be basically want to fight all four of them as well, making it weird. Yeah, I get that, but I just think it'd be more interesting to see something like that. Them try to do something like that, like power Beerus or power Daimagoku to a certain point where they're trying to beat those guys slowly. My personal opinion, yeah, but I would say I think it'd been more. My opinion, I think what would have made it better though too is, at least in my personal opinion, is where they didn't need it all, where it's just Super Goku and basic Beerus. Like when I have the true Daimagoku that the creators themselves made, basically be the last one they fight, instead of like. Yeah, but you get what I mean. Like, Daimagoku would have made more sense, in my personal opinion, there, instead of both Super Goku and Super Beerus, basically. Especially considering it started off with those two, technically started off with Super Goku as well, which is kind of dumb in my eyes. That would have been kind of cool. It'd be kind of cool there. Cool, that would have been like the true ending of it, where like we get a weird like fusion between Goku and Goku. Yeah. Yep. But I'm sorry to say it, and I'm not trying to basically sound like an ass by saying this. Out of the three, I'm sorry to say it, but C-Rex, in my personal opinion, is the one that's basically just the worst. Not really like the worst playstyle, but he more, like, I can't even say like no offense to him in the long run, but I wouldn't really say he should be someone who should be making videos for little kids. He's too cocky. He's too much of an ass. At least in my personal opinion, he tries to act too prideful for a fucking someone who's trying to make videos like that. Like every video they've ever done, he's always been like, guys, I don't need Super Saiyan here. Guys, I don't need this. Guys, I don't need this. It's like, dude, just play the fucking game normal. Like Cyber Park. Like, I mean it down to letter, and I'm sorry to say like this, but him and Ryan tries to act like. One thing I'd have to say, I'm sorry, I don't care about like the whole concept about scripted in the long run. My own personal opinion is, You can't tell me when you watch all three of them together. You can't tell me like Rhyme and CRX don't clearly try to act like they're Goku and Vegeta respectively. Like CRX tries to act way too, I can beat anyone without even going out of my base. And then then fucking Rhyme's like, guys, I'm gonna power up. Guys, I gotta power up. Guys, I gotta power up. It's like, you guys are too much fucking Goku and Vegeta. Stop trying to act like fucking character you're not. Yep. Yep. Like, I really hate to say. Like, in a lot of ways, I could say out of all the characters, out of the three of them, I'd have to say Dono, in my personal opinion, is probably like the best one anymore, because he's not, quote unquote, he's not trying to be cocky, at least in my personal opinion. He more sounds like he's actually enjoying the game, where the other two just sound like, I know they're technically not trying to be themselves because they don't want to be themselves, and they probably realize, hey, being ourselves don't really work, but they sound just garbage by this stage, at least in my personal opinion. Like, I don't really care, like I probably say that, I really don't care for, I'm sorry to say that, I don't really care for people who try to act like something they're not. If I can clearly not Goku, why am I going to try to act like Goku? You're not clearly fucking Vegeta, then why, I'm the proud warrior race, motherfuckers. Yeah. I agree with you there. Charges. And Yoko banned for 7 days because you wanted to say the N-word easily. Because you think you're because he thinks he's quote unquote. Because like I said, he thinks he's, you know what? He thinks he's a black guy. A dude that's not even American at all. That probably is more closer to being a black guy than a white guy, but yet he thinks he's not his own race. Like, seriously, dude. No, he's not Asian, I know that. Like, I don't remember who told me, but someone did tell me where he technically does live. But he does have, I'm pretty sure he's like in one of the countries where his skin is slightly like more black. But you do. You can go by his personal opinion. Yep. I'm better than you. Because I basically am playing the game on easy mode. And I'm cheesing everything with Hubert. It's not just that. Even like even when I told you like he basically decided to play Dragon's Dogma 2. He literally told me straight out of the bat like, wow, thanks for actually being someone who already played the game so I can just recruit your character. Like, really tried to play the game. Tried to actually enjoy the game. Why spend $50 on a new game if you're basically just in cheat day one? Not in my opinion, that hard of a game. Yeah. She's made to be weaker. I'm like fucking Using Dragon Dogma, where you get fucking someone who has the max weapon, you still have to fucking level her up. You still gotta get her weapons. Dragon's Dogma, you can literally recruit my character and have the strongest weapon on him or her. It's a whole different story, and I'm sorry to say it. At least play a game where you're trying to be good in the game. Don't just basically recruit someone's fucking 90 characters so you can have the easiest playthrough in the world. Fuck, and aren't they wanting to do a challenge? Just gets annoying. Hey, 70% good. It's a bit surprising to see you buy a boss that I actually ran to. No, we're both fighting the robot. We went towards the robot instead. You probably had the bird dead first though, because there's more of the player base is definitely at least for player base wise, there's definitely more people over by you than there is for us. Yeah. They probably did take some Street Fighter moves to make it a little bit better. Yeah, there is. That is the attack that's for the fist in this game. Is the Shoryuken. Which is actually the official name, by the way, boy. That is the official name of it, by the way. Shoryuken. Shoryuken. No, that's the funny part. That's what the actual Street Fighter series calls it. You know what? You know what they call the blast that they fire? Yeah, bro. You want to actually hear the actual translation? How are you, Ken? How are you, Ken? How are you, Ken? Just say it all at one time. That's the name of it. Literally, you want to hear the funny part? Nelson's brother Andy owns the anime version of it. Ryu's the one that learns how to fire the How Are You Ken. And guess what Ken learns? Shoryuken. And if you listen to the two moves perfectly, so Ken learned Shoryuken. Basically telling Ken, go show Ryu how to do this, Ken. And Ryu basically just learned it. Hey, how are you? How are you doing right now, Ken? Because you literally basically split the words off. They are actually it's basically just them talking to each other. How are you, Ken? What? Yeah. Good. I'm surprised a lot of people. I'm a little surprised that really you don't hear people talk about that very often, which is kind of weird. Got a lot of people. At least that's the one thing I'll give to Mortal Kombat. At least none of their attacks are literally just the characters talking to each other. At least in the long run. Pso2. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're not going to. I'm pretty sure they're not going to, because by this stage, I feel like Ed Boon's doing what RPGs are doing now, where they're trying to always have new content that another game doesn't have. I feel like Ed Boon's not going to want to try to do that again. He tried it once, don't see it working. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My personal opinion would have been just one thing if I would have grabbed it. I'd rather have them just be full playable characters. That just sounds retarded in my opinion. And it feels like sure, I hate using this word in a way, but personally, I feel like that's more or less more closer to a cash grab, because Boon's clearly throwing the characters in there, and he's kind of just telling you, like, hey, your favorite character's in here, but you gotta pay for the character. You basically gotta only get your favorite character this way. That feels evil, in my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like I said, in my own personal opinion, they could just take that extra time to just make character models. They were willing to do it in Mortal Kombat 9 or 10, whatever number it was. But they quote unquote gave you all of the characters basically 3 different fight styles like they did back in Deadly Alliance's day. Why didn't they just do that again? Or why not just give those 3 different fighting styles to fucking whole different character designs? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My opinion, my personal opinion, and I'm sorry to say it like this. My personal opinion is the reason why I think Mortal Kombat went from 3D back to 2D is because people were saying, "Oh, Street Fighter's technically better." Like, Street Fighter ain't better. It's just Street Fighter speed. Like, no offense to Capcom, and I mean this not to the letter, but no offense to them. Your game ain't good. Sorry. Fucking Street Fighter has fallen all completely down the ladder. You're just getting lucky because people would rather have 2D fighters because it's easier to play those type of games and be lazy in them. When you actually have 3D movement, it makes a fighting game way more difficult and way more challenging because you're able to move around a bit more. That's why even most Dragon Ball games have the fucking mechanic. It's better to have. The more you give to a player, the better the game's going to be. The less you give to a player, the worse the game's technically going to be. But I guess for whatever logic, by this stage, people have gotten to the opposite. Where you want less bullshit, but you want more BS. You what? Don't blame you. True. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'd have to agree with you though, cause, well, maybe I just can't work the event in a way just because of one reason. Way easier to farm. And at that current stage, it's gonna be at least easier to farm the shit we're trying to farm right now versus what we're trying to do now. Mm-hmm. Yep. Now you start to see how much better it is. No, potentially me and my nephew would have came back sooner or later. Would have been a matter of time. Because even after a while, we and I was kind of starting to get kind of bored of not playing the game again. And I wanted to eventually catch back up. Bleep. Yeah, then you can make the argument saying I'm basically being a bot by basically just using a bow, but guess what? You are technically in a lot of ways you can make the argument saying it's not a good idea to be using a bow too, though. Because most people are more No, I'm just saying that more people are basically more willing to be close up range, so a lot of ways you can make the argument saying if I get killed, I'm down on the ground for a few minutes. That's the only thing that kind of sucks about this game. What? Nope. Neither. Okay. You do? Yes. Well, my opinion is also the problem of with just one thing. What do they also do with Batman already? Batman knows every martial arts style, technically, in a way. So why can't Batman? Batman could easily just grab up his bow and fucking fire just as good as them. Well, not really. There's one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but here's the problem. Here's the problem. One of those characters, sadly, way back in the day, had a fucking really joke weakness, and they got rid of it over time. But that'd still be the quote-unquote character's weakness. All he has to do to Wonder Woman is basically just pound her arms, and she's as weak as fucking any other human. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. Just basically kick his ass. Well, there's also one more thing. What could fucking, imagine if Batman ever chose to use an actual gun. How fast would he kick Tornado's ass? Fucking something that's definitely gonna fire faster than a fucking bow and arrow. Yeah. Yep. But like I said, just think about that. Like, Green Arrow is basically beat that easy. But like I said, even in the long run, like, at least Green Arrow can hold his head up high saying, hey, at least I just basically need to get my ass kicked by Batman. Generally, if you go back to an old weakness, fucking Batman just basically just has to find a way to bound Wonder Woman's arms, and she's basically completely helpless. Like, at least Green Arrow could basically make the argument saying he gets knocked. Yeah, but at least at that current stage, you basically hold your head up high regardless, saying, hey, at least I don't just need to be bound by fucking a man. That's her whole weakness. Yeah, but like I said, you do get my point, though. You still get my point, though, is even with all that being stated, she's still, quote unquote, if you basically bound her arms, she loses all restraint. She loses everything. She's a human by that stage. The 50 million things that she uses herself. The lasso. Her own fucking personal weapon, the lasso. Yeah, but at the same time, with how wise he is, you already know he basically has a way to basically stop him all regardless. So it's not like he really has to go that far. But I'm just saying, like, she carries literally a fucking lasso. She literally carries a fucking lasso on her, which she could literally just use her own fucking weapon to basically tie your ass up. Yeah. That's still better than, quote unquote, a normal human who basically is just a good archer. Unique ability. But that's also another problem you'd have to also add up is I would fucking, like, unlike fucking DC, Marvel actually doesn't have like someone who's like Batman who has a contingency plan to take them all down. Like, at least even with fucking Marvel characters, you can make the argument saying they're strong, but at least they're not. I'm Pooper Man who doesn't really have a way to be defeated, even though different moves that we've made on the character has showed him get defeated by basically just someone beating his ass off enough. I don't care if you want to say, oh, and Superman Doomsday, where Doomsday kicked his ass so fucking bad, people thought he was dead, and all of a sudden, oh, you were recovering after you got your ass kicked. That's still a loss. Yep. Yep. Like, just my opinion, like, yep. Like, even my personal opinion, like, you go and watch that Doomsday movie, fucking Lex Luthor makes a clone of him, and because of how quote-unquote weak Superman is and how fast he wants to jump back in, he literally has to use kryptonite to beat his own weak clone. Like, why would you need, if you're quote-unquote the man that cannot be defeated, like, Superman's certainly not supposed to be a guy who can be defeated, why would the robot that's supposed to be helping Superman at that current stage even tell him, take this thing that could technically fuck you over too, you moron? You can't be killed. Yeah. Yeah, that's my problem, is like the funny part is even like that battle state of, like, technically Goku would probably never be able to truly beat Superman. The truth is known, he wouldn't, because Superman technically doesn't have really a death. You don't really have a way to kill the man who technically can't be killed. You can't kill a man who's not killable. And yet, there's also another problem about him that the creators have never really ever truly explored. They made multiple comics where it seems to be like futuristic, where they clearly say like Lois is dead, but yet who's still somehow alive. Fucking millions of years later. Dun 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 dun! He's here again, guys. Dun 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 dun! He's still here. Like 1,000 years later, he's still alive. 5,000 years later, he's still alive. Well, technically, we have seen one. At least we, from DC, we seen one character who technically you can make an argument saying would die and has been shown to where he would eventually die. Batman Beyond, Bruce himself technically was an older man, so you could basically make the argument saying he would eventually die. They can't really. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm just saying is like you get my point. Yeah, but I'm just saying is like you get my point though. Like at least Batman has been shown to age. Superman's been fucking the same age ever since he first been made. Like the character should be getting older. If that's the fun. Not really. If I didn't like how they were making it. That's like one of my favorite things about Marvel, if I'm being honest, is that's just like how Marvel is at least willing to quote unquote do certain shit. Like how Marvel is actually has shown times where what fucking in a way heroes have died. They don't do it very often, but they have shown like the one movie I know you had at one point. I don't know if you still do, where it shows like future fucking timeline where fucking Wolverine literally gets melted in fucking acid. He dies technically there, and they don't use the bullshit of reviving him. He's more close. Like at least Marvel is willing to stay. Hey, we don't mind allowing our characters to die, just to make tell the story. What's DC is the one that's scared to tell how a character would die, which is completely, in my opinion, just garbage. I literally mean that. Like, that's one of the things that I liked about fucking Marvel, without a question, is they don't mind killing characters off when they need to. And they don't mind basically reviving characters. Or we just do one more thing. Hey, do we just basically wait for another random guy to come out of nowhere that's spent his whole entire life learning how to use the bow so good? Because that's all he is. Yep. Not surprised. Because you can't tell a good storyline. Like, in my own personal opinion, I'm sorry to say it, but I think Death Battle is wrong, where I do believe Goku would be able to have the out to kill Superman. He's someone who would technically, if someone like Doomsday, who's just a wrecking machine, more or less, like more or less Broly wannabe. I'm sorry to say it, if something like that can kill Superman, then why wouldn't Goku? Yeah. Or how many times? Or sure, Goku has quote-unquote normal durability to a certain point, but he's definitely stronger than most normal humans. Hercule gets slack. Like, you can make the argument saying the normal humans in the series would be stronger than a normal human, but then again, how many smacks did Hercule take from fucking... I'm not saying this completely, but as far as I'm concerned, Hercule is more or less meant to be a joke of fucking Superman. Maybe not exactly perfectly down to the letter, but that'd be my personal opinion how strong Superman would be in Dragon Ball lore. So would slap him away and he'd be fucking on the ground. That is. True. He has also technically got his ass kicked by fucking Mortal Kombat characters. Yeah. Alright. I think we can use last at least 3 more minutes. Because that's all I got left on my timer at the moment. I think we can just pop out. Yeah, like I said, it's just 3 minutes. And I can give you in here for fucking like, way, way long. Nope, I did. It was gonna take us longer than 3 minutes. We'll probably end up leaving after the boss right here gets killed. So that way we're not in here and you can have enough time to eat. You know something that's kind of sad though boy? I went back and watched where they're fighting, where it's Vegeta versus... why? Okay, then we'll just go ahead and exit now. I went back and watched quote-unquote Death Battle's fight against Gogeta versus Vegeta. Yeah, they're just... Yep. Oh, yeah, you're into that. He's in on that. 10 o'clock. Because he has a little sister that basically doesn't like to go to bed with, who wants to try watching YouTube and shit when she's sleeping. So basically get off. Yep, never mind. Yep. So I'd be the plan. Oh my god. I went to try upgrading the armor and it's like, nope, can't do that. Staging no order. Is that what I want to one of these silly ass weapons? Like, I mean, enough you already stated, technically, if you want to make a lot of money, it's very solid shit that you're not even planning on using. Like, I'm selling all the fucking red weapons after all that. Yeah, all the random weapons that you basically are picking up in there. I'm basically selling all that shit right now. Be careful of selling random materials because we don't want to get rid of those on that set. Yeah, just saying though. Just don't accidentally sell something that you don't want to sell, that you don't want to basically sell, that you know you want to keep, just because of all that. Smart super go. Ah! No. Let me try to keep that shit. That cuts my inventory down a nice amount. It actually... Nope. Ah! Yep. Oh, temporary... Really? I got that amount of these where they had to go and do this? Oh. That makes sense. Let's see. Material, no, not 5 days. Go fucking away with that shit. Yeah, now I gotta find these. Yeah, I forgot that my material storage basically. One of the ones that I have literally ran out today. It's not a problem. It's funny. I literally have fucking 4. I had 3 of them that I was saying on just needed to be used again. There's a buck. I just literally got it again. I was wondering why I basically was going through my thing and I'm like, why do I have random augments in my one thing, in my temporal storage? They shouldn't be in there. Yep, got a few more random ones. Ooh, wait. I probably lost a few random things, but I don't care. No, I lost stuff. Oh well. Here's what I don't really care. I don't care about me that bad. I lost some crap. It's not like it's really that much of a pain. As long as I'm gonna carry one of my armor pieces, I could care less. Because I should be almost there by this stage if I'm lucky. Yep. I can upgrade one of my armor pieces finally. I don't fucking me, motherfuckers. And let me hit it. Run team. And they bird. Tell the truth. Super Cinco. $10.47. She got it early. Yep. She got you 3 hours ago. Super Cinco, why didn't you answer? Good thing you're on that. Yeah, Super Cinco. Oh, I'm sorry.